as you know, had the evaluation committees that had started at the beginning of the year, and we have 4 members on it, and they have 4 members on it, and we've been meeting throughout the year, a couple times a month, to start looking at what would be required under the new law and what would be an evaluation tool and the criteria and all those kinds of parts. We brought things back to Rep Council for conversations and to focus groups and had conversations about it, and everything was going great because we had a group that we trusted that was really working on the process. Unfortunately, when we got to the bargaining table, all of a sudden we started to get other proposals that related to Article 12 that had nothing to do with the conversations that those evaluation groups were doing. It also included that we needed to have evaluation tied to student growth. The criteria from the state require that the administrator looks at how you use student data to inform your instruction, but it does not talk about the fact that you should be evaluated on the amount of growth that your students make during the school year.
I'm just concerned at corporate America's involvement in this. They could really benefit from having a uber gifted district as we are and be able to say, look at how these kids are performing. Their teachers were trained in blah blah blah, and look at the scores of their kids, look at the success rate of their kids. But then we'll be the poster children to sell that to the nation. I don't like to be used as a pawn in that, and that's the reason I'm really suspect on the outside people who have vested interest in this.
When I was on the East Coast a few weeks ago, every newspaper there was the Atlanta problem, the Philly problem, the testing that's skewed, that's cheated, that districts cheated. Why are we even talking about this now? This should be off the table.
During the course of the year, I realized this at the end of the year, my enrollment changed so much that I had the same number of students at the end of the year, but I only had, and it was, I think, 22, 23 kids at the end of the year, and it was actually only 11 of the kids I'd started with.
Wow.
So I think they need to think about stuff like that as well, because if they're going to judge us on our students' improvement, shouldn't I still have the same students, at least?
I wonder if all these proposals are punitive or productive, and if they are to be productive, where's the research that stands behind the proposals? And if, in fact, students' growth is measured and the teacher's responsible, what other district services are available if we see students are slipping? And what specific programs are they going to put in place to further our instruction to build student growth? Where is their responsibility? If we're doing this, how does it help them improve student growth? And it doesn't address the schools where the population needs more support.
People, when they think of teachers, they think reading teachers, writing teachers, math teachers, and now we have the science component that there's a lot of pressure there. That's what they're thinking, but once again, it makes the elective teachers and the specialists second-class citizens in terms of if we're going to be celebrating and rewarding and giving kudos to people who can demonstrate student growth, then does that mean I don't get that?
The comment from Chris Marks about pensions and salary and all that, and I just thought, she's looking at older teachers going, I bet we could get bigger bang for the buck with two rookies.
What measures are they planning to use for the student growth? I mean, the district assessments for world language are pretty tragic. On the grade book deadline, it says on there that common assessments will not be used to evaluate teachers. But then when you read Dr. Cudero's email that went out to the public, for multiple measures, it lists district assessments.
Yeah. Well, and then also...
So we can't really even speak to that because they're not clear.
Why are we even wasting our time? It's been proven to be ineffective.
Can I see a thumbs up, a sideways, and down? And my statement is student growth should not be considered in your evaluation. Can I see where you kind of